What's up, guys? I want to start off by taking a deep breath with you really quickly. It'll take 5 seconds. All right, let's get right into it. So I got a list of 5 reasons why your life might suck. The reason I wanted to make this video is because we're in a time where I hear a lot of people complaining about their lifestyle or how stuff isn't just not going their way, and just doing a lot of outward, blaming other things, other entities, other people for their fucked up lives or how their life could be better, right? So just wanted to do some self-reflection here and just see if you guys had any points that you agree with or if you disagree with. But yeah, these are the 5 things that I think that people need to take a quick look at before they get to blaming other people, right? So the first thing is the victim mindset, right? Kind of what I'm talking about, blaming other people. If you have this type of mindset towards life, you're never going to be satisfied. You'll never look into your own actions and see how those are affecting your daily life. If you always want things handed to you and they don't come, then you're not grateful for the things you do have. So I want us to switch that mindset. I don't want us to have victim mentalities when it comes to where we're at in life. I want us to actually flip that around and be like, okay, I don't have this. What can I do to get there? Or instead of being jealous or envious of people, you should use that as motivation to become a better person, especially a better man, because being self-aware and self-reliant and getting things that you want are some key pillars to being a man, in my opinion, or just a solid person in general. So yeah, if you can't have things handed to you all the time, that's not how life works. Of course, you can put yourself in position to get these things, but you have to take the steps to get there, right? And that ties into my second step, or my second point, is that you don't take the small steps working on yourself, right? If you want everything to just happen right away, you're gonna have a fucked up, depressing life because you're not putting in the steps, you're not seeing the gradual process that it takes to progress naturally, right? Like, people want to win the lottery, and I get that. People want to be Bitcoin millionaires tomorrow, or just invest in like altcoins and like all these like shitty meme coins or whatever. But that is not a successful, proven way to get rich or to be happy or successful, right? Because even when you get the money, what about then? Like, a lot of people want to get money, but they don't have a plan for what they're gonna do when they do have that money. That's realistic, right? We always hear that question, what would you do if you won the lottery? And you kind of just ramble off. No one has like, I'm gonna do this, this, and this in order, and they actually mean it. And I feel like the people who do have that, who mean it, are gonna get there anyways, right? They don't need to win the lottery to get those type of things. And money isn't always the root of all happiness, right? So I want us to take smaller steps in terms of, or in pursuit of our goals, right? If you wanna be super big, if you wanna go to the gym and get super swole, instead of beating yourself up and, I'll go tomorrow, or, body shaming yourself or just blaming yourself for your lack of, swollenness, then I want us to take that first step and actually go to the gym, right? If you want to get wealthy, you got to do some studying on the wealthy people in the world, how they got there. And they'll all tell you the same thing. Like, they got a job, they invested it, they stacked it up, right? And that's not the same as, oh, I won the lottery or I got lucky. They actually, have daily routines that they stick to, and they're pretty strict people on themselves. So these are the type of things that, result in a happy life, or a successful life, I should say. And then my third tip is, you don't take life serious enough, right? I think now in our generation too, because there's so much credit card debt, student loans, just a lot of negativity that is like bringing people down. A lot of people have the aspect of, or a lot of people have a mindset of, why try, right? Why should I even try to get out of this credit card debt? Because I'll never be able to pay it off. Why should I even try to have goals to buy a house? Because I think houses are too expensive right now. This is where being creative comes into play, right? For example, I was listening to a podcast today. Houses are expensive. There's no getting around that. No matter where you are, it's always going to be more expensive than it used to be 10, 20 years ago. So they were saying doing things like house hacking, buying a house, renting it out, and living in it at the same time. That's just one example of a way to reach your goals and be creative along the way, right? If you are having trouble getting a job and you're applying to a bunch of jobs online, what I want you to do is, instead of sitting at home and be like, yeah, none of these jobs are hiring, I want you to go to physical locations in person and see, like, or talk to these people who have the jobs or who are hiring for these jobs, and ask them the types of questions. What type of workers are you guys looking for? Are you guys actually hiring? Because I know a lot of people or a lot of companies are pretending to be busy and they're saying they're urgently hiring, and that gets the ball rolling because a lot of people apply to these jobs, but in reality they're struggling, right? They just don't want to put up the front that they're a struggling business, so they'll post on LinkedIn that they're urgently hiring when that's really not the case. So yeah, I don't want you guys to sit at home and think, oh, this is pointless. Why am I even doing this? I have no will to live. And flip that around and be like, okay, I'll get a will to live a little bit if I actually put the work in and I started seeing some results, right? And I think that's the issue, like instant gratification. We're not getting that all the time, especially when it comes to things like success, money, and if you want to, like, a house or whatever, stuff like that, like real goals that people used to have that were more attainable. If you don't set your mind to it, then you're never gonna get it, right? All right, and the fourth one is you lack self-control or you have addictions. This is one that I dealt with a lot. I had a addiction to the ganja, and I was not putting my priorities weren't straight. I was in school and I graduated school, but my GPA wasn't as good as it should have been. So I messed up on that aspect. But yeah, I think just having your priorities straight, sitting down and understanding what it is you really want out of life can definitely help you, paint a better picture of how to get there, right? So if you don't sit down and if you, well, this one's lacking self-control. So this is more like instant gratification, right? If you are spending money on fast food, on fast fashion, or going on trips all the time instead of buckling down now, then you're gonna regret those decisions in a couple years. Food and clothes, and maybe not vacations, but food specifically, like that stuff comes and goes so quick, right? Like it's in front of you for 30 seconds and it's gone, 2 minutes tops, right? So that whole notion of, yeah, I want to live in the moment. I don't have any self-control. I'm just living for now. That's not gonna get you where you need to be, and that might be why your life sucks today, right? If you keep on going down this bottomless pit, you might have to end up filing for bankruptcy. You'll just be in debt forever. If you have kids, which is crazy in that situation, if you have kids, your kids will have to deal with your debt, and they'll have to take care of you in old age. And that's not anything that I want from my children or grandchildren, right? So I got to make sure I have my self-control, I have my discipline, and I have a will to live and be strong about it from this point forward, right? And that's the thing too, like some people might think it's too late for them, right? I'm 23, about to be 24, but some people are even younger than me who are like, yeah, it's too late for me to start investing. I don't want to do that. Or it's too late for me to go back to school. That seems dumb. I just want to get money right now. And those are the things that I'm talking about. You got to invest in yourself, take the slow road, and you should get there eventually, right? It's better than your life sucking, in my opinion. I'd rather my life suck for the first 3 years or the next 3 years than the next 40 years. That's what I'm saying. So you want to grind now and get that shit out the way as soon as possible for you guys. So that comes with, fixing your self-control. Your short-term vision is huge nowadays. A lot of people don't have that long-term vision that they need to be successful, right? And this last one's a bit more personal. And if you guys haven't related to any of the ones that I said already, or you're still blaming other people, this fifth one might mean something to you. If your upbringing was messed up, like if that mentally messed you up or blocked some things in your head, then there's a roadblock that you specifically have to overcome that many people might not have that same roadblock that they have to overcome, right? So this requires a whole different route to get out of this hump that you're in, right? Or if it's been your whole life, this slump of that is your life. This is where talking to a therapist comes into play, seeking professional help. Hopefully you're not like smoking or drinking or doing drugs, because those only amplify the negative feelings that you had built up, the resentment that you had built up, the lack of confidence that you have in yourself. So I would start there in terms of like getting a good ground on that, and try to build upon it, right? Start talking to your friends, go to like support groups, have people hold you accountable for like your self-control and all the other things listed, and have a goal. Like you don't have to be you don't have to continue the generational curse that's been placed upon you, right? I want us to try to get out of that slump. I know it's harder, it's easier said than done, but these are the type of things that, I mean, if you clicked on this video, you know, you might have some issues in your life right now. And, you know, I hope this can help you guys get over that initial hump of just taking that first step. You know, acknowledging the problem is also very important to you guys. So I just hope this video did something to you guys. And if you like that, let me know, and I'll make sure to make some more videos like this for you guys. All right, take a deep breath, but y'all be all right. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.